Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2018 CIAA Basketball Tournament post-game press conference. We're joined by the Blue Bears of Livingstone College, led by head coach James Stinson. Coach Henson, please introduce your student athletes and give us a few remarks regarding today's game.
My immediate left, sophomore Roger Ray, Raleigh. To my far left is senior Cameron Burham, Indianapolis, Indiana. First of all, to God be the glory. Nothing changes, same as I've always been. Just a brief overlook. John Hill did a tremendous job of preparing those guys, getting them ready for the game. They made big shots. They executed. We didn't do a great job. We were using people that turned people over, but we didn't really get to turn them over. They turned us over. They executed well. We were fortunate enough to be able to get away with the win. These two guys stepped it up, scored when it was necessary. That's something they could have done, all the year long. But we try to balance our attack. Our freshmen, they have to grow up. They have to grow up, and they made some boneheaded mistakes today, which really infuriated me. But that's a part of the growth process. We'll take the win.
Thank you. This time we're going to open up the floor for questions. We ask that you please identify your media affiliation and let us know who you're directing your question to. Yes.
David Shaw, Salisbury Post. Question for Coach Stinson. It seemed like there was a lot more good than bad here. But how big a factor was the 10 a.m. start?
I think it's a factor for both teams, but that's a part of the draw. I think our guys were, got enough rest last night. We made sure that, and they were fully focused. I think they may have been a little drained before the game due to the fact of trying to get out and do stuff too early out on the floor. So it made a big difference, but, both teams had to play a 10, so that's the good thing.
Okay, it just seemed like it took a long time to really get going. It took until the halftime shot.
Yes, that shot right there was he saved one of his teammates' life with that shot. I think we had a charge the play before that, and then we were able to get the basketball and hit the deep three because we had set up an offensive set that we didn't execute. So I think that shot was big for us, and it kind of woke us up. Yes.
All right, question for Cam. What do you remember about that shot? 55 feet, 57 feet?
I just said in my head, like, if they miss, I'm gonna get the rebound and shoot it, and it's going in. Like, I literally said that before I took the shot. And then I just looked at it, and I was like, hey, that looked good. It just really
Pretty shot. All right. Coach, Cam Burham has done this before. He beat Johnson Smith with a shot like that. Is there something about him, something that just makes him that close?
Well, I think with both of these up here, and I'll start with Cam. Cam did a tremendous job. If he came in and said, Coach, can I start off? And I was like, yeah, you're a senior, you deserve that right. When you have a 3.7, you're on track to graduate, and you've done everything that I've asked you to do, then, I will definitely give you that opportunity to come out. Started off a little slow, and I second-guessed myself, but, it turned out that he turned it up a little bit more, shot well from the, free throw line, as he normally does. And Roger Ray took his break, probably 5 or 6 minutes that he sat there, was like, Coach, I'm not tired. And I said, yeah, I understand that, but we'll need you down the stretch. So both of these are clutch players for us, and they're not only clutch from the standpoint of on the floor, but, in the classroom and helping some of those young guys to grow up.
In the back.
Hey, Wally Pitt with HBC Game Day. This one's kind of for everybody. Looking forward, switching styles. Elizabeth City was a faster pace trapping, and now you're going to Bowie, which is like a really slow, almost zone style. Will you make any adjustments, or will you just try to keep playing well in the flow of the tournament?
We're going to try to play with our normal flow. You've seen us, this year, so we're more so of a pressure type team. To try to get the juices flowing and get a better start. So we probably won't change much of that, but some of the things we'll pay attention to detail because they have tremendous players, great offensive rebounders, and it's about time for Ahmad to get on track. This is where he got on track last year, and I'm realistic about that. So we have to pay attention to detail and try to execute everything that we're supposed to do.
Yes.
All right, another question for Roger. You guys seem to find your pace early in the second half. It was a 15-2 run where you actually took control of the game. And there was one play where I think you threw a pass to one of the Elmos. You actually threw it off the backboard. And he came in and jammed it. You remember this play?
Yes,
That all,
sir.
Coach?
Yes, sir.
What do you remember about that play? Why did that play work?
It's a play that kind of it failed a couple times during the season when we tried it, but they athletic and like Coach said, why have athleticism and not use it? And it kind of gave everybody a confidence booster and really just excited everybody and got everybody on track. So yeah, I trusted my teammates to go get it. I actually threw it to Lydell, but Navarre stepped in front of him and caught it. So yeah.
It's almost
Been more than a broken play. If he wouldn't have caught it like he hadn't done before, it'd have been a sub play.
Any other questions? Yes.
Nick with ETA Charlotte. Coach, what is a game like this in a tournament like this, getting your offense going and everybody seeing the ball going in the back? What does that do for the guys as they compete on this tournament?
I think what people don't realize this group has not had the experience that the other teams when we've been able to make it 5 out of 7 years and so forth. So them to be able to actually get a feel for the flow of the game and watch the basketball go in, and I told them, I said, you just have to see it through and then execute the closer you get to the basket. I'm a native of Charlotte, so I love Bojangles Coliseum. This is where it originally started for me at Barber Scotia. So I tried to prepare them for the atmosphere by doing some things at home while we were practicing, taking nets down and everything else so they can get the scenic type look. And I think we shot it a little bit better. We didn't shoot a lot of threes, but we shot it well enough to be able to stay in the game.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach Smith, so this is 200 wins at Livingstone for you? Smith's number 200, I believe?
Oh, yes. Okay.
How you felt about that? Maybe as a
Well, I'm thankful to Livingstone and Barber Scotia when I decided to move on. Thankful for Livingstone giving me the opportunity to come over. 200 games, we just won 200 victories. We are, I'm proud, happy for our team. But I like to thank Barber Scotia also, who started me in my career, because if it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't have this opportunity. So my hat goes off to them. So it's just a blessing. God has really been good to me, and He continues to be. So we just move on from there. Really don't keep up with a lot of statistics. I'm ready to tell you that. But if it comes about, we'll take it.
Any other questions? Well, thank you, Coach Stinson, and your student athletes. Congratulations to you all, and good luck in your next game.
Thank you.